For the third time this season, Aaliyah Boston and Meg DeLeo getting ready to tip, and it is Indiana winning it in the Road Reds. Portland in their Rebel jerseys, which are black. And it is a blackout here in Portland, as I think it was a shot clock issue where it was down a couple of ticks, so they'll put 21 on the clock, and away we go with Caitlin Clark in command of the offense. Behind the back, Clark to Billings, and her shot is altered.
The Fever love to run that action to start the game. Great job from the Fire to combat it, especially Carla Late blowing up that handoff with Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell fighting over the dribble handoff, and now Late goes all the way to the rim, but leaves it short.
It's the right read, but you gotta make that basket.
The Fever love to push. Billings gets it inside and is bumped by Carlton. But the pace is fast with the Indiana Fever. Stephanie White, the head coach of the Fever in her second year and her second stint with the Fever, fourth year overall. The 23 WNBA Coach of the Year with Connecticut. And then Alex Sarama, 31 years old, Portland's head coach, his first year in charge of the Portland Fire, this expansion franchise. They had a WNBA team back 2000 to 2003. Here's Boston, and she hooks it in for the first bucket.
How about the patience from Aaliyah Boston? Caitlin Clark, Nadia Potch is blowing up everything, so Aaliyah Boston makes that read, takes it straight to the hoop.
Here is Potch on the roll, loses the handle, but last touched by the Fever.
Great job by Potch blowing everything up, and Boston just takes it straight in the spin move on Meg DeLeo. That is an excellent read and excellent finish.
So a foul actually on the last play against Potch for pushing off, so the Fever will have it. And you can hear the crowd inside the Moda Center. I don't think they like that call, Asia.
Not at all.
Got about 19,000 officials here inside what they call the fire pit. And Lexi Hull, the Pacific Northwest product out of the Spokane, Washington area, drills a three.
Big adjustment for the Fever from that last matchup. They're doing a great job picking apart the Fire's defense.
On the bounce to the cutting Late. Beautiful feed from Inksler. Mitchell kicks it to Boston. She is shooting it at 47% this year from deep. Doesn't hit that one.
Great read here. You see Emily Engstler probing. How about the cut from Carla Late? Caught Mitchell sleeping right there and just goes straight back door to the rim. So you credit Carla with the read and Emily Engstler with that pass.
The Portland Fire played one of their best games of the season, perhaps their best, when they beat Indiana here 100-84 a couple months ago.
And Alex Rama talked about it from that first matchup in Indiana versus that second one. The biggest adjustment was taking advantage of the switches, which they were able to do that. They got Caitlin Clark in a lot of target situations on the defensive end, got her in foul trouble, put her on the bench, and it completely disrupted Indiana's rhythm.
Now, Caitlin Clark had just 6 points in that matchup here in Portland, played 20 minutes, and was in foul trouble. She had 5 personals. Late just loses the grip, but gets it back, puts it up, and it hits off the front rim at the shot clock buzzer. Caitlin Clark, fadeaway three. Boston handles the miss. Now Mitchell can't get the pass on the back door. She'll set her feet though. The three ball won't drop. Billings tossed it to Boston, and the whistle coming.
And that was, what, 3 or 4 rebounds in that one possession? So great job from Indiana, really battling on the glass. Monique Billings providing those second, third chance opportunities.
That foul against Emily Inksler, so 3 team fouls against Portland already. Aaliyah Boston got tangled up in the game at Seattle, did not play in the second half, was forced to leave. So it's good to see her able to go.
Absolutely. You got to remember, too, nursing a lower leg injury from her unrivaled season. So a lot happening there, and she's also not really feeling that well tonight when I talked to her outside, but she said, hey, I'm still here to hoop today.
Carla Lade gets into the paint, then dishes it to Inkster, who cans the three.
Those are the shots that the Fire have to be ready for, because the Fever are going to need a lot of help every time Lade attacks the paint. That spray out to the shooters will be there.
Oh, look at that block! Inkster rose high to erase Boston's attempt. And then Carlton with the fadeaway gets fouled, and she'll head to the line.
Amongst the top in the league in shot blocking, that is Emily Angsler. This is why she anchors the defense. This is coming from the help side. She's able to help off of other players and come and help her teammates out. I mean, the timing on it just so perfect. She is a dog on the defensive end.
Yeah, she is absolutely one of the best shot blockers in the WNBA, despite being just 6'1". She has impeccable timing. So the 8-year veteran Bridget Carlton knocks in a pair of free throws. She's a 90% foul shooter this season, top 10 in the league. Caitlin Clark works her way all the way to the rim and banks it in. Carla Lade takes the bump. She is so tough, sacrificing her body.
Caitlin Clark just on the inbound, almost too easy, just takes it coast to coast. They are looking to force her right, so that is a tougher shot for her, but just better offense for Caitlin Clark.
And you see the numbers from the game here in Portland. When Portland got the win, it was the foul trouble that just completely took her out of rhythm.
And you saw it, they're trying to switch and get Caitlin Clark in those matchup situations. But one thing I'm seeing from Indiana, they've really adjusted their defense where they're not just switching automatically every time. And there's a lot of help coming from the defense. You'll see them all help on Carla Lade. Great job from Carla Lade, too, to get the foul.
So the pressure extends. Koch is 6'3", very athletic, the rookie out of Australia who is checking Clark. Now Boston muscles her way all the way for the deuce.
See now for the Fire, that's what they want. They want to get the ball out of Clark and Mitchell's hands, but you cannot let Aaliyah Boston get to the rack that quick, especially from the perimeter.
Lade trying to feed DeLeo, it's taken away. Clark on the move. Loses the handle right to Sophie Cunningham, who knocks in the three and then lets the crowd hear about it.
The Fever are so dangerous. You talked about the pace, at least, so dangerous in transition.
This Indiana team can absolutely fill it up from long range. Inkster can too. That is her second made three in 2 attempts.
Aaliyah Boston just working out. It started from the three-point line. She found her way to her sweet spot to make that one. And another sweet spot, Sophie Cunningham from 3. You've got to be all over that, especially in transition. But love the answer back from Emily Angsler, who's putting on quite a performance on both ends so far. We've got ourselves quite a ball game when we talk about the offense.
Oh, this has the ability to be an absolute shootout. Both these teams can light it up. Here's Mitchell. That one rattles out. Taya Oblak, the backup point guard to Late on the floor now. Ball in her hands. And Frida Booner off the bench for the Fire as well. Oblak rises and fires, gets it blocked. Boston got a piece of it. Now she's running the floor. The shot won't drop.
But how about that? A missed shot block from Taya Oblak, but then gets back to stop transition.
A lot of contact. Carlton winds up on the deck. Oblak, 3-ball, money. Oblak, the 5'8" guard out of Slovenia, a 35-year-old rookie. The oldest rookie in the history of the W, hitting that three. Clark, fadeaway jumper, short. Watch, gets inside the lane. And then Cunningham, nearly a steal, but it leaves Oblak open. Might have rushed that one. That was an air 14. This Indiana team has been so good offensively lately, Asia. WNBA record 100 points or more for 4 games in a row.
And Stephanie White talked about it, just Caitlin Clark and getting adjusted to having those big three together. And also Sophie Cunningham in her presser, I really admired. She said, all of us role players, we know our role, and it starts with those big three, and we have to do our best to play off of them and make the right reads. And that's the recipe you need for a good, successful team offensively.
Clark tried to feed it inside. It gets poked away, and now Potch running, but he can't handle the pass cleanly. Sarah Williams had position inside, and they whistle. Michaela Timpson, the 6'2" second-year player out of Florida State, whistled for the foul.
Great hustle from Nadia Potch, and you could even hear Sophie Cunningham yelling to her teammates, guys, we got to keep playing, we got to keep playing. Got to hustle for the ball, even if you think it's going out.
So 4 team fouls against the Fever. Sarah Williams, the rookie out of UConn, hands it off to Potch. Now shoveled inside, Frida Booner, but I believe she stepped on the baseline. It's a turnover.
It was such a great look, but she was nearly running on the baseline, on the cut to get that pass.
Fire love to extend their defense and bring pressure. And they take it away. Oblak ahead to Potch, running the floor.
Got to credit excellent defense, Holly Winterburn, on Kelsey Mitchell. We talked about one of the toughest players in this league to guard.
It is an 8-0 Portland run. Mitchell, pull-up jumper. So smooth.
So smooth. It's automatic.
Inside. Portland with a quick answer back. Billings running the floor. She is so athletic, and Clark gets her the ball.
Transition is so good. You've got a rim runner and three-point shooter spraying out to the outside all the time. It's textbook.
This is Holly Winterburn, the rookie, who gets tangled up with Sophie Cunningham.
That's what the Fire needs to continue doing. How about the defense from Holly Winterburn? Sprays it right out to Nadia Potch, who gets down to the lane. And then the back cut here, Sarah Williams getting it done. Great pass from the floor.
Oblak with a couple of assists off the bench to lead the offense for Portland. They go very deep, and they run. Alex Sarama believes in making his team go as hard as they possibly can in spurts, and then they'll be relieved.
Well, he said it's about 4 to 5 minute spurts where he believes that you can give your all, your 100%, and that's really been the recipe for success, at least, especially when you talk about how well they play in the clutch in that fourth quarter because they're able to sustain.
Winterburn splits a pair at the line. Kelsey Mitchell, just one bucket, looking for her first 3, and it won't drop. She has been over 20 points, 12 games in a row. Winterburn behind the back, it's all the way to the rim. finish. Heck of a move.
Heck of a move.
Stay right. That's it, Holly.
Clark gets into the lane and again hits it off the window softly. That is a tough make.
Gotta credit Caitlin Clark, a tough bucket from her. You notice the fire, they're gonna continue to shade her right because Clark loves to go left to get that jumper.
Clark deflecting that pass.
Watch, look at Holly Winterburn's feet. She is making sure Caitlin goes right every time, but this is such a tough finish. I mean, this is star power when you talk about offense, to be able to find different solutions and read the defense.
And it's interesting because with Caitlin Clark, she's a right-handed player, but she's so good with the fadeaway three to the left.
It's the same with Kelsey Mitchell. Loves and does a great job going left as well.
Clark thought about the three. Onto the floor now, Ty Harris. Nice spin move inside. That is Timpson.
Timpson really continuing to grow and evolve in her position in this league as well.
And a whistle away from the ball.
Timpson just playing bully ball, and love the patience here with the spin move and the finish. A tough bucket.
Timpson's such a good athlete. My goodness, one of the best plays of the season was that block when she pinned Kalia Copper's shot against the backboard.
Like literally pinned.
That was incredible. Carly Samuelson knocks in the free throw with the bonus with the Fever with 5 team fouls. And nice to see Carly Samuelson, one of the few veterans on this team, the oldest player at 31 years, other than the rookie, Taya Oblak. So I should say most experienced with 8 years in the league, her and Bridget Carlton.
Keep it right. Good, BC.
Caitlin Clark into the lane and draws the contact. That will be the second personal on the veteran Bridget Carlton.
That was over the Fires, Bridget Carlton. The second personal foul.
Bridget Carlton has been so huge here in the first year for the Portland Fire. She signed a 3-year max deal after being drafted #1 overall in the expansion draft, coming over from Minnesota.
One thing I will say for Clark, the Fire have been doing a pretty solid job on her defensively, limiting her touches and shot opportunity. But you really credit the Fever. Everybody that's in the game pretty much scored a bucket, so you see it going around.
Carla Late winds up on the deck, and that foul will be against Caitlin Clark.
Another look here, yeah, got her with the reach there. Then Carla Late gets tripped up. I mean, that's the target. That was the recipe for success for the Fire in that last matchup. Find ways to get Caitlin Clark in a one-on-one situation, especially with Late, who does such a great job getting a defender on her hip.
That is the second personal on Caitlin Clark, which was a huge storyline when Portland was able to beat Indiana. She had to sit and watch.
I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, it was as soon as it got to #2, Stephanie White pulled her out of the game, and it made a huge difference. But it looks like she's leaving her in. A lot of trust and development since that game for Clark.
6 points, 3 boards here in the first quarter for CC. Here's Boston. Powers her way, but the shot won't drop. And then Carla Late holds up her hand to say, let's get a good shot with about 5 seconds difference between the game and shot. Late to Samuelson, long 3 off the heel. Oh, and then DeLeo just strips it from Clark. Behind the back, Inksler, yes! What an exclamation point to end their final possession of the first quarter. So 4.2 seconds for Indiana to try to get a good look. Clark, yes! What a shot! And Caitlin Clark thought she was fouled. A lot of contact. But here at the end of July, just gorgeous. Mid-70s here in the City of Roses. I know a lot of places around the nation wish they had mid-70s and no humidity. There's Carlton, deep three, and you could hear that thing flutter, no rim at all.
This time, Bridget Carlton got into the offense, especially outside from three. That's where she is so valuable for the Fire.
Kelsey Mitchell with just 2 points in the first quarter. The Portland Fire defense able to limit her. Ty Harris's shot too strong. DeLeo has the rebound.
To your point, exactly what the Fire want. You keep the ball out of Kelsey Mitchell's hands, make someone else score.
Ingsler, what body control. She's up to double figures now.
Emily Ingsler just on a different role right now. She's got her family in town too, so that might have a little something to do with it, but she has been bringing it night in and night out on both ends of the floor.
Mitchell, the lefty, gets bumped. Meg DeLeo raises her hand. The former Meg Gustafson, the Iowa alum, got married recently.
Emily Ingsler not only staunch on the defensive end, but offense as well. The look from Carla Late to Emily Ingsler is something we don't see often in that particular action. I'll take it.
I'm going to send it over to the third member of our crew, Chantel Chan.
So Emily, obviously known for her defensive presence, but she's grown offensively this season. And we were talking earlier, and she said she's been a bit hard on herself. She knows she can be better offensively, but it's actually the first time that she's been able to get comfortable with consistent minutes. So she's giving herself some grace. She says she wishes she could be more consistent for the Fire, but that she comes in every day trying to get better. Emily said the best part of her game that's grown is her ability to stay confident. She mentioned that her three shot was not falling, but she's still taking them. She said 3 years ago, I might have stopped. She said she's trying to look for the right shots. If she's open, she's going to shoot the ball. If she isn't, she's going to find the best opportunity or option when she can. Elise?
Thank you, Chantel. Back-to-back threes, one by Mitchell, one by Carlton. Can we go three? No. To Harris's attempt is off the mark. I got to tell you, it is loud inside the Fire pit, a sellout crowd. Hard to hear whistles. Here is Ingsler. Nice penetration and kick, and DeLeo nails the long shot.
Textbook read from Ingsler. I mean, every part of the game, the scoring, the defense, and the playmaking on display to DeLeo, who's just as hot from outside as she is inside.
Good help by Ingsler, but then that leaves Timpson open underneath. Three-point opportunity.
I mean, the solutions to the defense, the reads right on point, and Emily Ingsler just all over it. The kick out at DeLeo, and the bench, they love it.
10 points and 2 assists for Emily Ingsler, and a big block to go along with it. Timpson able to complete the three-point play.
It's an excellent pass, too, from Aaliyah Boston, drawing the double and then just dumping it right down.
Late, so good at shifting her shoulders. And she takes contact. Hull a bit frustrated. She was trying to lock her up. And that is the third personal on Lexi Hull. You know, she's been in some foul trouble. She's played just 6 minutes and those 3 fouls.
And Lexi Hull's one of those players that Stephanie White relies on to come off the bench and play defense. But Carla Late, again, that ability to tack downhill and draw the contact, her specialty.
She has Been one of the best in the W at drawing fouls. She sacrifices her body. She is so quick with the ball in her hands, and they put it in her hands a lot. Her usage rate very high.
Very high. You got to pay attention to the way she rips too. She's ripping and kind of sort of gets into the defender, gets them right on her hip to make sure that contact is going to happen.
Move it screen. Hey.
Carlton clapping her hands together, working hard to navigate that screen, and it is Aaliyah Boston called for the moving screen.
And this happens a lot with Aaliyah Boston, so the referee's just all on top of it. Yeah, a little hip action. You got to plant and then get the roll in. You can't get that hip bump in there. That was a classic me, though, in my college days. I got away with it.
Boston deflects the skip pass intended for Frida Booner.
11 seconds.
11 on the shot clock. So this is
Watch your face.
the matchup to watch. Boston and Booner. Booner can step out and hit the three. Oh, Carla late on her knees delivers a dime.
I mean, how about that assist? She assists in so many ways, but on the knees to get it through the lane like that. So good, we got to run it back. I mean, look, on the knees, an awkward spill, and gets it through the lane. I mean, what the heck? The vision to be able to see that in duress, to have that poise, and to be able to mechanically make that pass.
Oh, Carla Late, that is so good. Just did not even change her concentration level. She slips down to her knees and still is like, who's open, who's open? Caitlin Clark drew the contact and earned herself a trip to the free throw line. She knocks in the first. Clark now in double figures. She's got 10 points, 4 rebounds, and just 1 assist for Clark so far. One of the best in the WNBA, number 2 with just a tick under 8 assists per game, and that is something to watch for. O'Black. And it's taken away. Good read. The anticipation from Cunningham. What a cut. The dime delivered from Clark to Mitchell.
I mean, between those two and Aaliyah Boston as well, play so well off of each other.
And then Boston with the takeaway. She leads the break. Cunningham, corner pocket, 3. Yes. Or visit the WNBA app. It has been perfection by Portland here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 5 and 3 for 3 until that miss. Cunningham. 3 ball is short. She's already knocked in a pair from long range.
To the fire.
Pretty evenly spread scoring on both sides. Clark is leading Indiana with 11 points, the only one in double figures, and Inksler with 10, the only member of Portland in double figures.
You can almost say both ways. Both teams are doing a great job keeping the ball out of the other best players' hands and limiting them.
A whistle as O'Black takes a hit. And that foul whistled against Kelsey Mitchell, just her first. 3 on Lexi Hole for Indiana, 3 on Potch for Portland. O'Black hits the riser Booner, and she takes off to the rim. It won't drop. Sarah Williams cleans it up and puts it in.
Sarah Williams' minutes are continuing to increase. Why? Because what she can do on the defensive end right here with this hard hedge, and then on offense, being able to clean it up on the glass. Look at this hedge.
And she's shooting 70% from the field in the month of July. The rookie Sarah Williams, known for her defense. She was the defensive player of the year in the Big Ten with Wisconsin. Here's a word from State Farm.
You know who puts in the work like you, Caitlin? State Farm. They help you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
That guy puts in the work, too.
Yeah, I know. Gary and I are real tight.
It's Greg.
Oh.
So Caitlin Clark heading to the foul line, knocks it in for a dozen points. The three-time All-Star coming off a great game at Seattle, 32 points, 7 assists. And she's made 17 threes over the last 4 games. She is absolutely on a heater. It's over 4 made threes per game.
On a huge heater. And also credit Clark. She got those 2 early fouls in that first quarter, has managed 5 minutes in. The second one hasn't gotten another foul yet. Has been out there very aggressive on the defensive end, been able to get hers on offense.
Winterburn floats it over the top of the defense to Oblak. Trying to squeeze it into a tight window, and Indiana takes it away.
That was the wrong read. Oblak definitely had the pull-up jumper there in the paint.
Mitchell rises and fires. Her 3 off the mark. Mitchell 3 of 6 from the floor. Make it 3 of 7 and 1 of 5 from deep. This is a player that, talk about a heater. Caitlin Clark has been playing at such a high level. Kelsey Mitchell, 12 games in a row at 20 or more points. Her consistency has been unbelievable.
One of the best scorers in this league in the amount of ways that she can do it.
Winterburn had the fade away, and it wouldn't drop in. Long 3 from Caitlin. Oh my goodness.
That's tough.
That was Crater Lake deep.
And that's the shot Caitlin Clark, that's her go-to. She likes the left to the step back 3, deep 3 at that.
I mean, you want to talk about logo. And Caitlin Clark shoots it from deeper than anybody in the WNBA and the NBA. And then she delivers a great pass to Mitchell, but she can't finish in the lane. Uh-oh, Caitlin was open. She turned down a look. Back inside, Timpson, a little flip and reverse it.
It's a great rebound from Timpson.
Kinsler, catch and shoot 3, won't drop. Williams with a nice O board. Ball movement. Carlton. No, and those are ones that Bridget Carlton is just about automatic.
You want to know the shot that Caitlin Clark likes? It's right here. Going left to that step back, the deep 3. It's automatic. That's a layup for her every single time. You got to continue to shade her right, but credit Caitlin Clark, get into her sweet spot.
I mean, and she's got incredible range. It's so easy, like you mentioned, 28 feet plus is her average 3-point distance.
Yeah, these guys right here, they got nothing on her when it comes to that 3-point shot.
DeLeo gets checked. Boston rising up to erase the attempt. Billings gets it stripped. Samuelson with the quick hands. Carlton fade away, and she gets the shooter's roll.
Coach and Carlton both thought that there was some contact. I think there might have been a little bit of contact there, but great finish from Bridget Carlton.
Samuelson impedes the path of Clark. That is her second. Stephanie White for Caitlin Clark. Remember, she had just 6 points in the matchup that Portland won earlier this season here.
And the biggest difference really is the fact that she simply is just on the floor, has been able to contain defensively, not get into foul trouble. And the Fever need her out there on the floor. She's the one that's producing.
Her career high is 12 rebounds. She has 8 already. Late working on Mitchell. And a foul, a hold. And it was away from the ball. I didn't see who that was whistled against. her first. Lay kicks it to Carlton, or excuse me,
It's a read that the Fire worked on. The Fever love to sometimes throw that double in that trap and to pass out of it quick.
Samuelson has hit a 3-5 games in a row. Boston with a short jumper that drops. Late to DeLeo, another big block. This time it's Billings.
And Billings was helping on the screen for the guard, so great job by Billings to get back and recover.
Boston goes right at Inksler, another soft jumper put in.
I mean, that's back-to-back. She is just making it way too easy. Just working on offense, getting to the spot.
A 6'5" player out of South Carolina can do it all. DeLeo feels the contact, and the southpaw's attempt won't drop. Oh, big screen. Samuelson face down on the deck. That is against Billings.
Well, the screening action, I mean, it's a big point of emphasis. She came forward a little bit, which you can't do. She needed to be planted, just stand still, let Caitlin Clark come right by you, but instead just really plows into Carly Samuelson.
Yeah, those ones in transition are so dangerous because when you're not matched up for who is calling screen out, you can get obliterated. And Samuelson, definitely, Charles Watson and RJ Johnson will head over to the monitor to see if this will be upgraded to a flagrant.
And it's tough too because you have Samuelson kind of coming back at full speed. But they know, the Fire have prepped for this. They know when Clark is coming in transition, that drag screen is going to be there. So there does have to be more intentionality on making sure that it's called out.
Boy, that is just a blindside hit. Had no idea that was coming. You could see how her body just bended. And it has been ruled a common foul.
Ruling of a common foul on the floor.
Which I agree.
I absolutely agree with as well.
No arms going out, nothing excessive, just
she just leaned. It was a moving screen. She leaned, but it wasn't like unnecessary contact. It was just big contact.
Whole lot of contact.
A huge collision that rattled the spine of Samuelson. Well, coming up at halftime, you can join Zena, Autumn, and Megan for halftime presented by Kia. Fantastic job. And they got a lot to break down. Great action here in Portland between the Fire and the Fever. And then taken away, Sophie Cunningham reading it like a free safety, and she goes coast to coast.
The Fire have got to take care of the basketball.
Ball last touched by Boston. Boston's been very active defensively today. She's been disruptive.
Which is important because she's guarding ball screen action. She's at the anchor, just really talking and quarterbacking everyone on her team through defense.
An extended Indiana run. It's now a 19-7 for the Fever. Quick ball movement, Inksler, and another steal. Caitlin Clark has it. And now Clark is open. Didn't take the three, instead kicks it over to Boston. And her long-range attempt won't drop, but a foul whistled against Samuelson.
We had mentioned this earlier, how far the Fever have come defensively, still have a lot of room for growth, but it is night and day from that second matchup, and you're seeing a lot of the Fever, it's being done as a team. I think the rotations are a lot better, the help is better, no one's staying too long, they're fanning out to shooters. I mean, they've done an excellent job.
So the fifth team foul will put Billings against Samuelson. Billings, one of the many UCLA alums in the WNBA, Corey Close, doing such a good job building that program, winning the national championship this season. There's Bruins everywhere. So 20 seconds to go. The Fever on an 8-0 run. Couple of seconds difference between the game and the shot clock. Here's Late. She'll take the mid-range jumper. It won't go. 3 seconds. Clark hit one before from long range. Gets it to Cunningham, and she will draw 3 free throws. Almost a carbon copy. Send it over to Chantel Chan.
I had a chance to speak with head coach Alex Sarama, and he talked about defending the paint better. He said the help defenders need to come in much earlier, and they're going to try to double Boston earlier and try to get to her before she gets into the restricted area. Ladies?
All right, thanks, Chantel. Aaliyah Boston, double figures, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. So doing a bit of everything for Indiana's offense. Carla Late with 8 points in the first half. That was a lazy pass picked off by Billings. She will go all the way to the rim and scoop it in.
And the Fire have had a couple of those in that second quarter, which really was huge to the Fever run.
Inksler hit a couple of threes in the first half. That was straight on, but short. Backdoor pass, and it's Mitchell who's able to put it up and in.
The tandem of those two, I mean, Kelsey Mitchell just playing off of the ball, just so lethal.
Another beautiful assist delivered by Caitlin Clark. Ice cream scoop shot by Carla Late is in.
Exactly what the Fire need to see more of. Late getting downhill into the paint.
Late now in double figures. Here's Mitchell. No, and she's on the ground. It will be advantage to Portland. Somebody's open. Late hits DeLeo. Feet set. Off the front rim. Good look from DeLeo, but it won't drop.
What the assist here, eyes up. She sees it all day to a cutting Kelsey Mitchell on the reverse. I mean, that vision, even that pass through the lane is so difficult.
I mean, that is leading Mitchell to where she needs to go. She threw it before she ever got there. Just a brilliant feed. Late, disruptive, and then she slams into the Portland bench. Ooh, boy. Nice to see her get up.
But you gotta like that intensity, that hustle, that will to want to fight and battle on every single possession. Took out the cooler, took out the bench.
That just makes
Tough
me so
save.
nervous. That floor ends. It's a drop-off over in that bench area. Cole had a good look. Billings grabs the miss, kicks it to Mitchell. The lefty, nothing but net.
Great things happen in second chance opportunities.
So Mitchell with her second made 3, and she's in double figures, joining Boston and Clark. Carlton open on the wing, and you cannot leave her open. BC drills it.
And the 3 ball, that's where the Fire make easy comeback in games when they're able to get it hot from outside.
Billings, mid-range jumper, yes. Carlton has made 3 threes in this game. She is 3 of 4. She's got a dozen points now. DeLeo. Just off the front rim and off, last touched by the Fever.
Mitchell really getting involved now in this offense. How about Billings attacking on the glass and then finding Kelsey Mitchell from outside, and then the answer back from the Fire. You get a 3, the Fire get a 3 too, and Bridget Carlton, it's money.
Both these teams can absolutely light it up. It's fun to see the spacing. Long range bombers all over the place. Billings, athletic, just goes up and gets it and then puts it off the glass.
Aaliyah Boston sort of being that point forward, point center. I mean, the IQ is just extremely impressive.
Late splits the double team and finishes. That was tough.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Late show, Late takeover.
Oh, splitting it right between the defense. Clark gets it to Billings. Another beautiful feed from Clark. 4 4 different players in double figures now for Indiana, and they've extended their lead. We are back here in Portland, a 15-point Indiana lead, and Tully Bevilacqua, one time the fan favorite here in Portland. She played with the Fire and is the all-time assist leader in Portland Fire history. She's back in her stomping grounds where she was beloved. Potch slicing all the way to the bucket.
And Potch is out there to defend, but you gotta love the aggressiveness on offense.
Boston gets it inside to Billings. That is a mismatch. Frida Booner is undersized compared to the 6'4" Billings.
And you can tell right off the jump the Fever recognized that and were patient and very diligent on making sure they got Billings the basketball.
Shooting 2.
Billings has been very active, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and she'll head to the line. A couple of steals for her as well. Well, the excitement continues next Friday. Catch the Atlanta Dream as they face off against the Washington Mystics in a thrilling WNBA matchup. It's time to find out who is a contender and who is a pretender as we get ready on the march for the playoffs. Billings now with 9 points in the third quarter for Indiana, and another steal by the Fever defense.
And there was a mismatch there, and Aaliyah Boston came in and helped. Really a big adjustment for the Fever from that last game to this one.
Caitlin Clark once again gets into the lane, and she will head to the foul line.
Clark has been so great today, just on the attack, knowing that she got Nadia Potch into foul trouble early, just reads it, ISO, straight attack.
That is the 4th personal against Nadia Potch. And remember, Portland also, that is her 5th, the 5th personal on Potch with over 15 minutes to go in this game, so she's going to have to take a seat. And Portland is without one of their best defenders, one of their toughest players, Sarah Ashley Barker, tearing her ACL against Dallas right before the All-Star break. And so this is just the 2nd game that the Portland Fire have had to deal with the loss of Barker.
And we're not just talking about tough defense, we're talking about tough overall blue-collar player that can also be a scoring threat on the offensive end.
Carlton, another 3. She is 4 for 5 from long range. Career high, she's made 7. And Portland is going to need her to come alive.
Exactly what the Fire need to chip away at this lead. It's going to have to be done from outside, and Bridget Carlton just taking matters into her own hands as Aaliyah Boston continues to back up. Hand down, woman down.
Oh, she's going to go for it again, and that one is too strong.
Good, that's it, Frida. Yep.
Mitchell, stop and pop 3. Boston grabs the O-board. Now Billings inside. Her shot rattles out. Late. Oh, so explosive, and she will get fouled in the act. You see her just put on the Jets.
That's all day. Doesn't matter who's guarding. It could be the top defender in this league. Carla Lake just has that innate ability to get a player on their hip. I mean, it's very much looks that easy for her, but the change of speed right there is what did it and draws the contact getting to the basket.
Carla Late has been incredible here in her 2nd season in the WNBA. She is just 22 years old, out of France. She was with Golden State last year. Actually drafted by Dallas back in 2024, the 9th overall pick. Can you imagine Dallas with all their guards? If somehow they'd found a way to keep her with Enrique and Paige and Azzi. But she has found a home here in Portland. She is a star in the making.
Not enough balls go around for that one.
Truth. And Caitlin Clark already with 18 points and 9 rebounds, 5 assists as well. We'll head to the free throw line where she has been racking up points. Already 10 free throw attempts. She's knocked in 8 of them. So Caitlin misses the first. Just 1 rebound shy of a point rebound double-double. And now Sarah Williams and Boston getting right in each other's faces. And a technical foul will be whistled against Sarah Williams. And a double technical. Aaliyah Boston whistled as well. Take a look on the left part of your screen.
Well, it looked like the push came from Boston first, and then it was retaliation from Sarah Williams before both of them started mouthing off.
Yeah, man, that's regular activity when you're playing inside the paint.
Absolutely.
That's post players. Winterburn flips it over to Williams, and then Boston rips it away. Good transition defense by Late. Booner inside, and it's 3 seconds in the key. Billings had position, but couldn't get the ball in time.
Yeah, the Fever needed to see that earlier. And I was gonna say, as great of a steal it was, that steal took place for about 10 seconds.
So
But that's the
Aaliyah,
look every time.
Caitlin Clark, really good denial on the wing, and it is last touched by Portland.
A lot of things Caitlin's been doing well. And I would say outside of the scoring and just being able to hold her own defensively, she also has 9 rebounds. All of those rebounds coming on the defensive end. What does that mean? She gets it right away and is able to push. That's why the Fever have been able to get great transition.
Couple of steals for Clark, and that was a forced turnover that won't go in her ledger, but Indiana has it. Another good entry pass, Clark to Timpson. Late running the baseline, drops it to Williams, who puts it home.
It's great patience by Williams as well, knowing Billings was looking to go and block it.
So a 12-point lead for Indiana. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. Caitlin Clark felt the contact, throws it to the rim to make sure that she can get the free throws, and she'll get 3 of them as she was fouled from behind the line.
You talk about gravity, look at the amount of attention that Caitlin Clark gets defensively. That's 3 on her and takes advantage. You credit Timpson with that cut to the basket, and then the pass is just so pretty. I mean, that's all day for the Fever. Great read from Clark.
Clark now 19 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, a couple of steals. So they're going to go review whether or not this is a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer, and they say her foot, or rather both feet, are behind the line, so it'll be 3 free throws.
It looks like she's very much behind the line on that one. Which, I mean, and knowing how deep Caitlin Clark shoots it from, it really isn't even a question.
Yeah, that's about the closest she's been to the 3-point line all season.
And hop to that. That was where she landed.
So Caitlin Clark earning a living at the free throw line today. She will have 13, 14, 15 free throw attempts here. And she has knocked in the first 10 of 13. Black will rotate on in place of Carla Late. Late's up to 13 points and 9 assists, so just 1 dime away from a double-double.
Gotta see Sarah Williams in the mismatch.
She gets it to Williams, rips it away from the defense, and is able to score. They hurt you, Asia.
Definitely did. I mean, that's all day, especially when you get the switching look from the Fever.
We are not fucking kidding.
Williams up to 8 points and a couple of boards. Mitchell, 3-ball, no. Fighting for the rebound. This foul will be whistled against Williams.
It's an excellent look here. And then Sarah Williams keeping her composure and getting straight to the other side.
Williams a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor. She's got 8 points and a couple of rebounds. This is a rookie, a 3rd-round draft choice. There's only 3 third-round draft picks that are still on rosters from this year's draft. She's one of them.
Well, there's so much upside there for Williams. I mean, I think it starts with the defense. It's where she's really earned her way out there on this floor and is now continuing to evolve and adjust to the speed and physicality of the game and this system that Alex Sarama has.
And she just hasn't been doing too much. She just does what she is capable of doing, and she's shooting, again, 70% from the floor in the month of July.
Which is, again, how you earn minutes. You know your role, you stick to your role, and you don't force it.
So Caitlin up to 22 points, 12 of 15 from the stripe. O'Black gets the defender to bite, and then the pass last touched by Williams. It was all Portland in the last matchup between these two teams. They shot lights out. It was 100-84. In this matchup, Indy has really shot the ball well. 7 made threes. Their largest lead was at 15, and make it 18.
Well, I mean, you've also got 4 players, almost 6, in double figure scoring. So the ball's moving. You've got different players getting in on the action outside the big 3, inside, outside scoring.
Pass inside to Inksler. She kicks it out. Samuelson, a sniper from long range.
But it's got to be stop score for the Fire.
Indiana has built a comfortable margin. And Indiana is just playing such a high level of offense, Asia.
An extremely high level of basketball. It's why they're the top rated offense in this league right now. Kelsey Mitchell doing Kelsey Mitchell things. I mean, scoring the 3 off the bounce, off the dribble. She just does it in so many ways.
Clark with 22, Mitchell and Billings each with 15, and Boston in double figures with 10. Clark really does look to be healthy. You see the warm compress on her back. What a difference it makes when she is healthy and is not limited with minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, she's needed out on the floor, and you can see exactly why. What she does for the Fever offense in transition, the way she dishes the ball when she attracts the defense to her teammates, and just her scoring ability alone.
There's Sophie Cunningham hearing the Boo Birds out here on the road. As Caitlin gets a rest. And Cunningham up to double figures herself now after knocking in the free throw. She's at 10. Samuelson back-to-back threes.
You see that intentionality. Got to get it outside, and who better than Carly Samuelson?
Mitchell. Yes, she has the quick answer. Her 3rd made 3. Her 13th game in a row with 3 or more made 3-pointers. Carlton, she's made her fair share today from deep. That one won't drop. And taken away, O'Black. Samuelson thought she might want to pull it again.
Back-to-back threes for Samuelson, and for the Fire, it's got to be a stop, and it's got to be the ball from outside, and the stop stops here. Kelsey Mitchell just right off the screen. Carlton gets caught there, and that's an automatic three. It's already enough. You got to guard or keep her from getting in the lane, so you play that safe there, but then she's able to knock it down from outside.
The second leading scorer in the WNBA, 23.5 points per game. And another collision that sends Samuelson to the floor. And a foul against Indiana.
She's taken quite a couple of hits, but you see Timpson just trying to get through this screen right here. And just takes Carly Samuelson out.
She gets tangled up with Timpson.
You know who puts in the work like you, Caitlin? State Farm. They help you get the coverage that fits your life and budget. Speaking of work, I haven't taken a game off in almost 20 years.
You got somewhere else to go?
Maybe. No.
So Samuelson able to remain perfect at the foul line. Cunningham, three ball connects. Cunningham with 3 made threes in the Rose City.
Textbook ball movement out of the trap. It's great poise from Boston to get that started.
Black working on Boston, tries to flip it to the cutting Carlton, and Boston takes it away. Mitchell, quick trigger three, no. And that brings us to the end of the third. An 18-point advantage for Indiana. And they are just for Indiana with 10 minutes to go. Suffice to say, they are going to break the 100-point mark for the for the 5th game in a row, and for the 13th time this season. And that bucket was easy as you please for Timpson.
Really just able to break apart the defense. How many of those looks has Timpson got where she has snuck behind the defense into the lane?
She's played well off the bench. She's in double figures now with 11, and 6 members of Indiana in double figures. DeLeo gets the nice feed and puts it in.
I'll tell you what, for the Fire, you cannot trade bucket for bucket, because if it's a battle of offense, you're going against the #1 team in the league in offensive rating.
Boston flips it up and in, soft touch.
I mean, you're seeing the scoring coming from just about everywhere, from everyone for the Fever.
Carla Late gets the switch. Timpson's on her. Koch goes strong and puts it home.
It's great to look, great attack. You could tell the intentionality targeting Caitlin Clark.
Boston fakes the handoff and then goes right at DeLeo, and they say it's an offensive foul.
Aggressive take from Aaliyah Boston, but that is the scouting report, is that arm tends to extend here and there, and the referee's just all over it. Trying to play bully ball in here.
DeLeo went at Boston on the other end, but could not get it to drop. DeLeo has back-to-back games over 20 points, but at 5 points so far in this game. Good foul discipline by Portland. They take it away. Koch running the floor, and Inksler finds her. And a quick timeout. Stephanie White does not want to give Portland any hope. They are a 4th quarter team. They come alive in the final 10.
By Ally, and Caitlin Clark getting deep, going to her go-to move, that step back lefty from 29 feet. How about it, just shooting from deep? I mean, she's right on the chime, basically. You talk about that logo three. She's been huge so far for the game. And that was a bucket of the game brought to you by Ally.
The average three-point distance, Caitlin Clark, #1 in all of basketball, both WNBA and NBA. Over 28 feet. It's incredible, her range.
4-pointers?
Yeah. Had it at the All-Star game. DeLeo rises up to send Billings' attempt into the stands.
You know, another for the Fire defensively, they're going to have to keep getting stops, and a huge part of that is getting on the glass because the Fever have been able to capitalize second chance opportunities.
Shot clock violation. Indiana did not know it. So Portland will try to chip away at this 16-point advantage. 7:46 to go.
Look how the Fever are set up right now, trying to keep the ball away from Carla Lake.
Get it to Carlton. Koch open from 3, too strong. Koch on the floor with those 5 personal fouls. He's not offhand. She picks up the personal.
I mean, blatant right there. You see the offhand, the push off right there. It's a physical game back and forth, but you see a lot of that from Caitlin Clark, and I think that one was just one of the more apparent ones.
Caitlin has been able to head to the free throw line 15 times in this game. She's knocked in a dozen from the stripe. That time the call going against her. Sarah Williams onto the floor. Nice feed inside to Potch, who takes some serious contact, and she's in some pain on the deck.
Laughing it off, though. They're all laughing, the referee's laughing, but a great pass from Sarah Williams. And how about the cut? Oh yeah, just collides with Lexi Holden.
Just kind of lays on the ground like, whoo!
It's extra breathing time.
Potch, the rookie out of Australia. Another one of the young players on this expansion Portland Fire roster, 22 years old. Was a first-round pick in 2024 by Atlanta, number 12 overall. The Fire able to snag it.
Right now so far, the Fever have 15 points off of the Portland Fire turnovers.
Mitchell kicks it out. Shot from Cunningham, no good.
Huge rebound from Sarah Williams.
Oh, what a feed inside. Booner underneath gets rim checked right to Williams, and a rare miss. In fact, the first of the night by Sarah Williams. Mitchell, oh, that is unstoppable. Just gorgeous.
It's automatic. Off the ball screen action, getting down to the nail for the mid-range jumper.
Carla Late extends the arm, and she's going to get teed up. Oh, just a delay of game warning.
It's a great move from Kelsey Mitchell off of the bounce. I mean, it's automatic. That, the three, going all the way to the hoop. That's on 2 there. She's just such a tough guard.
Mitchell up to 20 points now to extend that streak. 13 games in a row with 20 or more points. The all-time record in the WNBA is Asia Wilson with 15 games in a row at 20 or more that she set last year. This is rarefied air that Kelsey Mitchell is at right now. She was top 5 in the WNBA in the MVP voting last year. That jumper off the mark. And then Mitchell gets fouled by Carla Late.
I mean, this is really what's plagued the Fire all season long, has been the rebounding. They've let the Fever get way too many on the offensive end, which a lot of it led to 3 points, to spray outs to the 3, and then now here you have a foul and a second chance at offense.
It's a 26-20 rebound advantage for Indy. Late drops it off to Williams, and she powers through for the three-point opportunity.
Tough, a nice pass on there, and then Sarah Williams with the patience to draw the foul from Aaliyah Boston.
Returning for the Fire, Emily Nixon. Back on for Frida Boonen.
Sarah Williams had her career high a short time ago at Atlanta. Big win for Portland. She was a perfect 8 for 8 in that game. Bridget Carlton getting the matchup with Clark. Austin thought about the 3, now kicks it to Mitchell. And Inksler grabs the miss. Nice job running the floor by Williams. She would have the mismatch on Mitchell. They don't find her. Samuelson with the trigger. And an offensive rebound for the Fire. Here's Carlton fading away. What a make. Her 5th made 3 of the night. Bridget Carlton up to 18 points to lead the Fire in this game. And this is a tough one, fading away right in front of Indy's bench.
Let it out, we saying oh, we oh, we oh.
Here's a look at tonight's State Farm assist of the game. A big one right here from Carla Lane, who's got 10 to make it her 5th double-double from the knees to Nadia Pouch. I mean, how about that? She did the Sierra, if you know, Elise. But got it right in there, didn't give up at all. And they're going to have to continue to see that from late, just making plays down the stretch.
A double-double for Carla, the 5th time this season. I was thinking Harlem Globetrotters, Curly Neal.
I mean, the Sierra, we know Sierra does the lean
Yeah.
thing. Yo, so you know.
Lean back. Here's Boston inside, gets double teamed. Inksler takes it away. Late, foot on the gas, all the way to the rim.
Take overtime, late night show.
Portland crawls to within 11. The lead was at 20 for Indiana. Clark ends the Portland run. Mid-range bucket.
For the Fire, it's got to continue to be stop to score at this point.
Carlton, long 3, swirls around it in. She's got 6 from long range.
It's a completely different ball game when you're hitting that thing from outside.
Caitlin Clark on a triple-double watch. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Billings can't hit the bunny. And an offensive rebound keeps it on this end. Clark, long bomb, no. Billings with another O-board. As Cunningham out of bounds on the floor, and it's Carly Samuelson who is called for a foul away from the ball.
How about Bridget Carlton just taking matters into her own hands? That's a long 3 from distances too. Spun a couple times in the rim, but dropping it. But I'll tell you what, the Fire want to chip back in at this one. They're going to have to battle on the glass. They cannot let the Fever get second and third chance opportunities.
Bridget Carlton was outstanding in the three-point shooting competition at the All-Star festivities. Mitchell finds her way to the spot she wants, takes the hit, she'll head to the line. So let's take a look at the WNBA national TV schedule. Vegas and Chicago coming up tomorrow, as well as the Liberty in Phoenix. And then on Sunday, it'll be Indy heading to Minnesota, as Portland will host the Sparks.
Minnesota, Nafisa Collier back in the mix just made that team extra dangerous, and she's been on a tear since her return.
And things are going to get very interesting with the WNBA trading deadline just around the corner. So the free throws put Indy at 100 points for the 5th game in a row, but that is just the 10th point for Indy in the 4th quarter. Portland has tightened up the defense and get them back in this one. So some of the WNBA storylines. The All-Star Weekend, what a great weekend festivities. Everybody having a ball.
I mean, most attended. The fact that there were more fans there than at the men's All-Star this year. Let's go, ladies. And how about Asia Wilson, just on an absolute tear? I mean, a front runner, if not already, just the MVP at this season at this point.
Jonquel Jones taking home All-Star Game MVP honors. Just a couple of assists away from a triple-double. And speaking of triple-doubles, mention it with Clark, 1 rebound shy of a double-double and 2 assists shy of a potential triple-double. She's sitting on 9 boards, 8 assists. As the Fire Hats come out here in Portland, it is a sellout. 19,959 fans in attendance inside the Moda Center that is known as the Fire Pit.
And at least you mentioned it, the defense has tightened up for the Fire. It's got to continue to stay there, but I think the most important part doesn't have to be a steal off the jump. You have got to finish possessions with a rebound.
Down by a dozen. 3:20 to go. Late into the paint, flips it up and scoops it in.
Carla Lade doing what Carla Lade does best, and that is taking over, drawing the contact, finishing the play, and now she gets one at the charity stripe. I mean, ice in her veins. This is a player that has that want, that will to win that fight.
The Late Show is the nickname for Carla Late. The second-year player out of France completes the three-point play. Portland within 9.
Just like that.
Chipping away. The 4th personal foul whistled against Clark. Mitchell drops it to Timpson and she's blocked. Ball up for grabs. And a whistle on the reach around from Ixler. I don't know if she's the one that was officially involved in the jump ball. You can tell that Michaela Timpson has the smile on her face. It will be Ixler. Timpson's got some vert. She gets up, tries to get it to Clark, and Carlton takes it away and then powers to the rim.
The Fire 4th quarters are insanity, and it starts with the defense.
A 15-4 run over the last 3 minutes. Mitchell inside, and she gets called for the offensive foul. It is electric inside the Fire Pit right now.
Bridget Carlton all over that, knowing where the Fire are fighting back in this one, and then Carla Lade taking a tough bow from Kelsey Mitchell.
And Indiana is going to challenge the offensive foul against Mitchell.
So one, I would say that's a wrap. Before the foul, I mean before whatever they're calling was called. Not sure if the call was from that particular moment and was delayed.
There has to be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect, and I just don't think you can see.
Not at all.
And I also think for Stephanie White, it's a good time for a timeout for her team. Portland on a 15-4 run. You might as well give it a go because your team needs a reset timeout, try to get them to collect themselves. But if you don't win the foul call, so it was a successful challenge, as I think they got Carla late with that left arm coming down. They were very close call.
Offensive foul whistled against the Fevers. Kelsey Mitchell has been changed to a defensive foul.
Well, that'll be the first time I've seen a reverse on the chicken wing.
And I think when that arm came down from Carla late, it was just before the other contact. And in real time, that looked like an offensive foul. But when you take it and you review it frame by frame.
Absolutely, that Carla Lay did come down with the arm. It was very apparent when you did break it down to your point frame by frame.
So a huge call going the way of Indiana. It would have been down 7 instead. It is Indiana extending the lead to 9, and then the turnover, and now a leak out. Timpson all by herself, and she flips it in. 4 straight points for Indiana.
Not enough time in this game. Not a lot of margin of room for error for the Fire.
Enxler gives it a go on the quick 3, does not drop, and it's last touched by the Fire. So a flurry of activity, and Indiana in command now. Caitlin Clark, 2 assists and 1 rebound, shy of a triple-double. And the shot clock violation, not the worst thing for Indiana, time and score. The Fire get the stop that they desperately needed.
You get the stop, but at the same time, Fever eating up a lot of clock there. Better than a live ball turnover.
Late. Into the paint, kicks it out. Carlton had a clean look, would not go. She's already made 6 threes in this game. Mitchell spins around and hits it. And Bridget Carlton is holding her hand. Bridget Carlton, the sharp shooter, 23 points, and every rivalry has a story. The next chapter begins when WNBA Rivals Week, presented by Ally, tips off August 8th. Watch history continue to be written. Kelsey Mitchell, 26 points, above her average of 23.5, which is number 2 in the W.
It has been everywhere on the floor in so many different ways. Off the bounce, off ball screening actions. I mean, there's just really no answer for Kelsey Mitchell. There's a reason why players say she is the toughest one to guard in this league, because she's so dynamic and so versatile in the way that she can score.
She is just a bucket. One of the shiftiest players. She's always been a 3-point bomber. Her days at Ohio State.
At least I can take it back further than that. I played against her in AAU, was a bucket then too.
There was no lit you up?
Yep. I'm not even mad about it.
She sized up 6'2" Asia Ellison and said,
off the switch,
I'm going to get a bucket.
Maryland, we switched 1 through 5 in the small lineup. Oh.
That's when you're like, oh man.
Oh, I was telling my guards,
Don't put
better
me on an island.
Get through them screens.
Well, we will get back to live action here. Portland slips through the fingers by Indy, a 13-point lead, just over a minute to go. Good to see Bridget Carlton is okay after grabbing at her hand. Stephanie White wants a timeout. Wants to get Caitlin Clark onto the floor with the reset timeout. They'd taken her off for the defensive possession. So Caitlin Clark right in front of us, and she did secure that 10th rebound. She's got 24 points, 10 boards for the double-double. 2 more assists for her first career triple-double. And the foul. In the bonus for Boston. So this Indiana offense just continues to roll. Asia, 106 points on the board, 5 games in a row in the century mark. They just add on to their WNBA record.
And as much as we can credit their offense, because that has shown up this entire season. I mean, how about the defense continuing to improve in the month of July alone, but 28 points off of 19 Fire turnovers.
And I want to make a correction. Caitlin Clark with 3 regular season triple doubles. So she would be looking for number 4. So late out of bounds with a minute to go. Carlton, 3-pointer number 7 to tie her career high. She hit 7 of them against Seattle, and it also ties her career high in points with 26.
So straight out the free throw, and they got this playoff for Carlton coming off that screen, and it is money right from that spot. So now you gotta believe the Fire looking to steal first. Will probably try to send the Fever back to the free throw line and see what they can get going offensively. Try to get the clock stopping.
Carlton with that high release point. It's the same release all the time. It's just so fun to watch her fill it up, and these shooters on both sides in this game. This is a shooting clinic. Kelsey Mitchell, 4 made threes. Caitlin Clark with 2, one of them from 29 feet away. Sophie Cunningham coming off the bench to nail 3 of her own. So 10 made threes for Indiana. For Portland, it's the 7 of Carlton that is the headliner. She's made 7 of the team's 14. Carly Samuelson with 3 and a season high 13 points. A couple from Emily Inksler as well. So these two teams can absolutely light it up from long range. And Caitlin Clark now just 1 assist shy of the triple-double. She is reached out and fouled by Carlton. Just under a minute to play. What a game for Clark. 24 points. We mentioned the combination of her and Mitchell, both top 4 in the WNBA in scoring. And the way they can find each other and create is something special. It's been really fun to see them just push the gas and accelerate here recently.
Especially, you remember the previous season, you didn't really see that gel instantly, and then Clark gets hurt. And now you're seeing it all come together. I mean, especially with the big 3. And then you got to credit the role players, too, who have stepped up and played today. 26 points off the bench for the Fever. So everybody just doing their job.
Yeah, when we spoke with Stephanie White before the game today, that's what she said is, you know, Caitlin Clark missed most of last season. So it's just a process of getting everybody comfortable. We saw Las Vegas put the pedal to the metal at about this point last year and rip through to win the WNBA championship. It is going to be which team can figure things out, find their rhythm down the stretch.
Big fight when you talk about the playoff push. I mean, the Fire right there. About 3, depending on the outcome of this game, 4 games or so behind the Mystics.
They entered today 4.5 games behind that final 8th spot to make the playoffs. Alex Sarama's done a great job in year 1 with the expansion franchise. Inside, could it be a triple-double? Yes, it is. The triple-double for Caitlin Clark. 26 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. And then Carlton takes the spill, grabs at her leg. I think she's gonna need an ice bath after this one. And her 4th career triple-double. And I like the fact Stephanie White knew what she needed.
But kept her right in and took her right out after it.
Samuelson can't hit the 3. Carla Late with the O-board and the finish. Carla Late's played a really nice game. She's up to 20 points and 12 assists, her 5th career double-double.
Again, just has been so impressive this season.
So that will do it from the Rose City, Indiana. Impressive stuff. 112 to 9.